So, welcome back to another video on Stock Hours channel. Here we are with our second interview. As you guys may have seen from Mason's interview, we went over all the details on, how he became a successful trader and what he did on his end as far as, all the little tricks that he needed to follow, all the little struggles, and a few quick tips he gave you guys towards the end. But on the other hand, it's not all ups, right? You have downs, you have ups, you have a normal life that you need to be, worried about. And it's just not, trading is not something where there's a perfect scenario every single day, right? So we're here with Tyler. Tyler actually can talk to you guys about his ups and downs. And he actually had a pretty big down just last week, I believe, but we'll get into detail when he gets on a mic here. It'll sound a little weird because it's almost like a phone call, but the quality should be decent. I'm gonna hold it from, sorry, getting a phone call. Alright, so Tyler, you can unmute your mic. Hello?
Yo.
Alright, cool. So Tyler, you're live on camera here, and we're gonna go over, sorry, keep getting a phone call. We're gonna go over a few things here. So first of all, before we get into profits, loss, or anything like that, talk about when you started, about yourself, and just like a quick little interview or summary of yourself.
So I started trading when one of my coworkers brought up like Robinhood and how easy it was. And I'm a sales rep at a phone store. I worked for Sprint. So really just taking all my extra money and kind of investing it, and it started with investing, and then I began trading probably right around January, February, just based on everything that I had seen and looking up investing. Of course, you come across day trading, and then I actually joined your chat like February, and just trading, learning. There's endless amounts to learn. But yeah, I'm originally from Eugene, Oregon, and right now I'm in Portland, Oregon. I moved here a couple years back. And so yeah, just living and trading.
Are you a student, or do you have a full-time job? Or both?
I have a full-time job.
Alright, cool.
I did do some college in Eugene, but now I'm just working full-time, probably like 55 hours a week right now.
Cool. Alright, so that's a good little start here. And then let's actually get started here. So the first thing I'm going to ask you is, how is trading? Like, how long has it been, you said?
It's been about 8 months.
Alright, so how has your 8 months been? Like, how did everything go? Are you feeling comfortable? How was it at the beginning? Was it scary? And, just from there.
It wasn't ever like scary, but definitely like hard to stomach losses. Being in your chat, I haven't like utilized it probably as much as anybody that is paying $200 a month for a chat should.
Okay.
And so through like my own trial and error, I have lost a lot of money, and then made a lot back. But as of like recently and joining all of like the lessons, and just learning more about charting, I'm being more comfortable with my own trades. I kind of had reached a point when my account had gotten pretty low that I told myself I was just going to follow your trades. So I mean, you are absolutely, you've got this shit down to a science. It's kind of crazy. So being able to follow you is cool to know that anything is possible, and like it's just about how much time and effort and dedication you have.
I like that. All right, so let's actually get into the little down we got into. I wouldn't even call it a little, I would call it a major down, but you came back from it very quickly. So let's just, honestly, you know the story better than I did. I read it in the chat and I'm like, wow. I remember I saw it like a week or two ago, or maybe longer, but it felt relevant. So let's just talk about that.
So I'm working like 55 hours a week, putting the money that I can into the markets, and my account had grown to like just over 4,000, and I had gotten to a point where I started feeling confident and comfortable with just everything, following your trades, and then the trades that I did map out were a lot more successful. So yeah, I put in the rest of the money that I had to my name. It's like $5,500, and my account was sitting at like just over 9,000. And yeah, so me and my roommate, we were talking, and I was talking percentages, and like, dude, if Tesla were to do this, then it's possible to make this month. And and if I'm honest, like part of it is my fault, because you should never go like near all in on any trade.
Yeah.
But I was comfortable and confident. And the crappiest part about everything that happened was, it's not that it's not my fault, but it wasn't a poor trade that caused me to lose all my money. So by the end of the market day, on the day that this happened, I was up like a couple grand. And so 3 minutes to market close, I tell the customer that I'm working with, because I'm at work, hey, I'm going to go to the back room. I'll be right back. So I pull both of my phones into like just the break room at my work, and I try to close out my positions, and nothing would load. So what wound up happening is the market closed. Normally, you're up 2 grand. The worst that could happen is you lose a little bit, if not, come out, decently profitable. But that was the day that Tesla released the stock split. So the market closed. 30 minutes after the market closed, Tesla just ripped, and I was in puts.
Yeah. I remember
and
that.
So I didn't really have any control at that point. So my account went from 9,000, whatever it was at, down to like 2.1K.
How much? 2.1 or 3.1?
2.1.
Yikes. Okay.
It's like 2,100. So then I was out of that trade, and I had $2,100 in buying power the next day. I traded Tesla, and came out with a pretty decent trade. I think I put like $1,200 in a trade, made $1,500, or $1,400. So I was back to 3.5.
Okay.
And then
wait, so before we get into the whole comeback, which the viewers are probably getting to, they're probably getting the hint that you made a comeback. How did you feel after that loss? Like, did you think it was possible to come back, or did you think this was long gone?
I mean, if I'm honest, I thought it was in the moment, especially that day.
Yeah, I saw you were kind of devastated.
Blowing up. Yeah. It's kind of like indescribable, especially losing that amount.
Yeah.
And especially because, like before, I mean, the day that it happened, before the market even opened up, I honestly assumed that I was going to be down even more than I was. So waking up with 2 grand was like, it was better than I thought. But yeah, when you take losses like that, it's hard to not let the emotions kind of override everything else. I wanted to just call it quits in the moment, but the more that I thought about it, the more I kind of settled out of what had happened, and notating that it wasn't a bad trade. It wasn't like
it was bad risk management, though, for sure.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I can't deny that.
Yeah, 100%. So I don't want viewers to think that it's okay to just, even though if it's a good trade, to throw everything in your account on a trade. So
no, sir.
So what we're gonna talk about, that down day. How long did it take for you to get back, and how was that experience, and what motivated you to get all the way back up like that? Because it's not, well, it's easy to make money, yeah. Well, not easy to make money, but it's easy to make money one day. But how did you become, like, how did you get the consistency back after that loss?
So, I kind of described and prefaced, like, I had gotten to a point where I felt like confident and comfortable with like following your trades, and then also just playing these breakouts, just super simple breakouts.
Okay.
And that was why I had put my savings in to start with. So to be set back that far, like obviously super, you know, I mean it hurts. But like I said, I had just become way more comfortable with everything. So basically, yeah, I followed your trades when I didn't have trades, and then only took the very best setup at the very best times, and kept stop losses in place so that I didn't lose too much on any particular trade.
All right. So
it only took
how long?
6 days.
6 days?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, that's very unrealistic for the viewers.
Yeah, it's
do not think of that as, you should not, you know, don't look at that as possible. That is very unrealistic, but obviously he made it possible. You know, your account was 2.1 after it dropped from like 9K or something like that, 10K?
Yeah, almost, yeah, 9 point something, I can't remember.
And now where are you sitting at?
I'm sitting at 11.3.
Oh, and you also screen recorded that day where you were up like 6K, right?
Yeah.
What was that, Thursday?
So I was up 3K, both Thursday and Friday. So I made like 3,100 or 3,300 Thursday and 3,100 on Friday.
All right, I saw that. And the reason why he screen recorded it on his phone is because we couldn't do the interview that day, but we wanted to make sure we got the profits live, so you can see that you know, he's not just saying that. So we got the live recording of that, you know, account that day, and you're sitting at what in your account? More than before, right? More than the drop.
Yeah.
11.
So I'm sitting at 11,300.
So what you're gonna do? You're on Thinkorswim, right?
Yeah.
So press account info at the top left, and yeah, now press net liquidity, but you don't need to open up the security, just click that so they can see that where your account's sitting at. So you can see his account, and it'll literally show you where his account was every single day. So August 19th 5K, August 20th 8K, August 21st 11K, and then obviously the weekend it can't change, but you know, that's pretty crazy because yeah, you can't, even if you added money to Thinkorswim or TD Ameritrade, it would update the previous day. So I can tell that his account grew naturally from 5,000 to 11,000, and obviously he dropped all the way to 2,000 because I saw the day he dropped, and it was pretty devastating. So for the viewers, since you talked about your ups and downs and we explained how trading isn't just ups, can you explain you know, a few tips for beginners on how they could not go as well? Obviously every trader is going to go through downs, but can you explain to them any, you know, tips or, you know, advice that you had for them?
Yes. So first thing, don't go all in on a trade. That's stupid. Secondly, if you got some mentor like Noor, just follow the mentor. Don't try to just learn it by yourself. It's like you can learn so much just by witnessing how other people do it rather than sit there and try to do it yourself. That's kind of like what I was describing. Like I haven't followed nearly as many of like the trades that I should have, especially from the get-go, because if I did, my account would be exponential. It would have just been insane. So that's the main advice. Yeah, don't get ahead of yourself. Learn paper trade. Learn from Noor, do the you know, the live lessons, and you're gonna learn at an exponential rate compared to what I have.
Perfect, I like that. So ever since starting, how much are you up overall? Obviously you got the money back, but from principal.
Probably up like overall about 2K.
2K, that's good. All right, cool. You're in the green now, so obviously you don't want to make the same mistakes twice. And you did a very good job coming back when most people would have probably quit and, you know, found something else that they wanted to do in life. And that's a very good thing from you. So as far as this interview, I appreciate you hopping on here and talking to everybody about your downs and, you know, any tips and advices you have for them. And I feel like this was a successful interview. Thank you for hopping on here.
Thank you, Noor. Thank you for everything.
All right, brother. I'll see you in the chat tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow morning.
All right, man. Peace.